Raise your hand if you're happy with the stock market this year. A few of you. Raise your hand if you want to find somebody to get married and you haven't found the right person yet. How about starting a new business? Notice how all of these ventures require taking risks. But are you gambling or are you investing? Investing means putting your money to work so you can grow it in the future. Gambling, on the other hand, is playing games of chance without any skill. From my stories and experience and entertainment, marriage, and poker, you will learn how to get rid of your gambling mentality so you can live a bold and confident life. It sounds easy on paper, but here we go, it's not as easy as it sounds. Back in 2004, I was a college student studying at UC Berkeley for civil engineering. I wasn't doing great at school, so I thought I need to try something new. Then one day, I saw this poster for a school talent show. I started watching and studying the music video from Ricky Martin's She Bangs. I had no expectations, but somehow I won. And that gave me the confidence to audition for American Idol. Then I auditioned in front of 3 staff members with 3,000 other contestants. Most people were sent home after just 15 seconds of singing. Somehow, they let me sing over a minute, and they told me to come back the next day. The next day, I auditioned in front of the producers, and they let me through again. Then, I auditioned in front of 3 famous judges: Randy Jackson, Paula Abdul, and Simon Cowell. As soon as I began my audition, Randy held a white sheet of paper to cover his face and giggled throughout the audition. Paula was staring and smiling at me, and I kept going. She bangs, oh baby, when she moves, I go crazy. Then Simon said, thank you. You can't sing, you can't dance, so what do you want me to say? I said, I already gave my best. I have no regrets at all. Paula said, good for you. That's the best attitude yet. I said, I had no professional training. And Simon goes, no. Well, that's a surprise of the century. Little did I know, that moment actually changed my life for the better. After that, I got a record contract. I was traveling and performing all over the world. Who would have thought? Not even me. On the surface, it looks like, oh my goodness, you just hit the jackpot. Yes, I did. I was gambling. I was very, very lucky at the right place at the right time. Some of my friends and peers said, perhaps one of the reasons you succeeded was because many people got upset when they don't make it to Hollywood, but I didn't. So the question was, why? Why didn't I get upset like most people? Because I had nothing to lose. Because I asked myself, what's the worst thing that can happen to me? The worst thing that can happen to me is I go back to school. Not a big deal. So that's how you can approach other things in your life. Go ahead and try something new. After 4 years of traveling and performing, I thought I made enough money. Maybe it's time to get married and get settled. Then my dad had a brilliant idea. He pretended to be me on an online dating website. And then when he found the right Chinese girl, he told me to go talk to her, and we dated online for like 2 to 3 months. Then I flew all the way to China and only dated her for 1 week, and then we got married. Yes, That's one of the craziest things I don't think I would ever do again. I thought I was watching the Hollywood movies in TV. Maybe we could just get married and then happily ever after. Unfortunately, 10 months later, we end up in divorce. I was broken financially and emotionally. Few months later, let's try again. Marriage number 2. So I dated online again, but this time I learned my lesson. I dated that person on life, in person. I had to see her, I had to know her, so we spent about 6 months together, and then, we got married again. This time, it was a 3-year roller coaster, but things still didn't work out because my passion changed. I was working a day job at the time, and then my passion shifted to poker, and she wasn't happy with me as a poker player and as a gambler. Oh well, there goes marriage number 2. As of now, I am still a lover in training. But I'm sure this time I am going to be an investor instead of a gambler. So what happened? What went wrong? Well, it turns out I didn't have the mindset or the skill set to be a good husband. I was a bad husband because I only cared about my career, my business. I didn't spend nearly enough time paying attention to the person closest to me. I agree with what one of my friends taught me. She said, marrying somebody is going all in on one person for the rest of your life. So this time, I wouldn't say call the all in so easily. So in terms of poker, like how I got that passion from, I think I got it from my dad as well. Because my dad loves baccarat and I hate baccarat. So I wanted a game of skill that I could beat. I started playing the game around 2005, and then as years went by, I thought maybe there's something there for me. Because I see people making lots of money on TV, like the Chris Moneymaker from ESPN, World Series of Poker. So I just thought I'd try something new. But the commitment I made this time around is different. You see, poker, to many people, including myself, I thought it was definitely gambling. How could poker ever be an investment? But the way I approached it was different. Because I approached it by studying a lot, I studied more than most people, and then I created a system that works for me. So here are the 3 lessons I learned. Number 1, focus on the expected value. Don't worry about a losing hand or a losing session. Because gamblers worry about, oh my gosh, I lost $1,000. This is the end of the world. That's not how it works. Because if you trust the game, you trust the system, you will eventually come out ahead. Another lesson that I learned is to choose the best games to play. Because I know I'm not the best player in the world, not even close. But my edge comes from playing against other recreational players, people who don't care about their money. It's true. And finally, manage your risk. No matter how confident you are, you have to know what you could afford to lose. So these are the lessons that you can apply not just in poker, but everywhere in your life. So now comes the question for you. Are you gambling or are you investing? Wherever something new that you try, you always feel like you're gambling at first because you don't have the skill to back up your whatever success that you want to have. But as you get better and better, you'll realize it's actually a very cool investment. So go out there and try something new. Create the life you want instead of the life what other people tell you what you should do. Thank you so much.